Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Alex CFB 25. We are only a few days away from being able to play this game, especially if you pre ordered the deluxe edition and get the few extra days of gameplay before it releases to everybody else next week. So, with that being said, I'm just gonna play this gameplay, first look a little bit, and we're gonna see some pretty cool stuff, right? So one of the best things about this is you have the cover athlete matching up against the face that EA Sports College Football 25 has put for a lot of the content creation, especially around Dynasty, right? Bordeaux. So, real cool. You're getting both of their reactions. Donovan Edwards to his team, and he's talking about how authentic it is and how neat it is at the start of the game, right? And then you have his opponent playing with Texas. At this point, they're ranked third and ninth in the game, right? And then you have some of the color commentators breaking down the gameplay and the aspects of this game that make it so unique and exciting, right? And it's pretty cool. They jump right into it, talking about their excitement, and then you get to see some of the gameplay, right? Right off the bat, wide open catch, big play by Michigan's offense here, right? Creating that separation between your tight ends and wide receivers is those are the gaps that you're going to be trying to throw it into, right? And the cool thing is it shows this animation of throwing into the middle of the field, right? And being able to place the ball right where it needs to be, right? And just, it's very key. I don't Some of you have already played, mini versions of the NCAA football and Madden versions, but you have to be able to read a field. And that was the really cool thing that Donovan Edwards focused on, that he's a real football player, right? So he can see the field and read it a lot quicker than some people just picking up the controller and trying to figure it out. So, and you can see the first game isn't as dominating as the second, but you can see he knows exactly what cuts to make and the stick movement to do with his running back here as he's playing as himself, right, to get the ball into the end zone. That's going to be really critical at the start of this game, is to figure out which players that you like. A lot of times it's going to be more than just simply trying to pick the best running back. You're going to have to take into consideration their carrying ability, if you're, pounding up the middle, how strong they are. So there's a lot of things to factor in. I loved the fact that in both of their matchups, both of the games, he just ran the rock over and over again and showed how effective it is if you have the right team, right? He's playing with all Michigan, national champs, pretty great team to play with. I do want to give Bordeaux some props just with being able to experiment and see how well the spin move is. Back in the day when that first came out with video games, that was the go-to move. Everybody used it, right? It hasn't been as effective in Madden, but I think maybe in college football it looks like it's going to be a pretty good option here. Right there made no sense to do the spin move when he's crowded, but that's another difference, right? You're looking at a player that I don't know his prowess and his pedigree from playing football or anything else, but Donovan Edwards plays football currently. It's not like it's something of the past to him. So he knows exactly the plays to make on offense and defense. It doesn't matter if he's a running back. When you know football, you know football. Um, Really cool. The fake pitch is going to be a very critical move and thing to use in game. And just, again, Donovan Edwards knows how to break on the ball. He knows when somebody's lobbing it up and there's space and there's and then Bordeaux gets the pick right away after turning over the ball. But it's very critical when you are playing defense is to recognize when that ball's in the air, do you have a player in position that can make that play? Because you don't want to make sure that you try and make a play and it goes to the receiver and they just sprint down to the end zone. So, we could break this down all day. Ultimately, I just wanted to get in here, talk a little bit about what we saw and some of the cool things. Again, you're seeing when you stick with a certain play type, right? If you're just smashing that ball down your opponent's throat, running the ball, it can be very frustrating for your opponent, right? It's like, oh, when am I ever going to stop this? What play should I call now? Am I going to be able to get my defense set in a formation that can stop? And as you can see, he's just going to keep breaking it. And then that breakaway speed to separate yourself from your defender and get into the end zone. So as you can tell, I'm super excited. I'm rocking my Colorado gear today, and I'm preparing for the gameplay. So appreciate you tuning in. Please click a like. Please subscribe. Peace. I'm out of here.